Hey, Nikki and Tina. How can I add a signature to my email? I know that it can be done and I've been using one for years. I just don't remember how I did it and I have a new email address now. Setting an email signature is actually pretty simple. Well, let me show you. Now, I also have a brand new email address that I need to set up my signature for, so let's do it together. And as I type up a sample email, let me just tell you that I'm using the web version of Outlook for today. Depending on what type of device that you're on, what version of Outlook you're using, your screen might look a little bit different than mine, but you should still have all of the same features. If you can't find it, go into the search menu. Outlook actually has an action search menu, so if you're looking for a certain action and you type it in the search bar, you should be able to find the ability to complete the action in there as well. And maybe I'll make a video one day showing you what I mean by that. So here I'm just inserting a generic email I'm going to send to myself. I came into Canvas and created a signature, and so you can see it there. And I'm just downloading it as a picture. And then now back in Outlook, I'm going to go to Insert, Signature. And then I don't have a signature set up in there yet, so I'm going to click on Signatures. And once I'm in here, I'm going to make sure that I'm on the Mail tab and that I'm looking for Compose and Reply. And then I'm going to go into Email Signature and I'm going to insert this as a picture. So I'm going to click on that and I can just insert it. You have all kinds of options here though. I do see a risk of using a picture for this because sometimes email is set up to where pictures don't show. And so if that's something you're concerned about, that might be something to think about. I've also decided to add a link to my signature, and I'm copying the link for my portfolio. I'll do a separate video to talk a little bit more about what I'm doing with that. But back in here, I'm going to grab an element of my signature. And for this, since it's a picture, I'm just going to grab onto the whole picture. And notice that I have other options here as well. And I'm going to click on the link, insert link. It looks like a chain link. I'm just showing you that there are other options there also. So I click on the insert link, and in the web address, I'm going to paste the link that I copied over from Canva. And then now I'm just going to check the settings to see if it looks like the way I want it to make sure that it's automatically going to be included. I do want that to be on. And then I like to have my BCC on and then my from, and I'll talk in a different video about why I like to have those on. You can change the default font that you have. I just usually keep the normal one. And then I like for it to say just reply instead of reply all. And then also there's a feature where you can give yourself up to 10 seconds to recall or undo an email that you send. And you can see there that I turned that on. Once I get that all set, I'm going to hit save. And then now I'm back in here. I'm going to click on the email that I created. And something goes wrong here, and I left it in here because I just want to show you that sometimes what you're expecting to happen doesn't actually happen. So you have to pay attention to see if what you're expecting is showing up. I expected when I went out there and clicked on Insert Signature and chose the signature that it would show up here, and it did not. And I think it just hadn't saved itself yet to where the system knew. I know in the past, though, it's worked for me that quickly, so I don't know if it was just moving slowly yesterday. If this is something that's occurring for everybody right now, I don't know. But I went ahead and sent it just so that I could see what happened, and I'm sending it to myself. So here's a separate email account that I have. And there it came through. And there it is. It did not include my signature with it, so that's good to know. So I'm going to go back to my email and I'm going to try it again to see if it works this time. So now I go back to my new email, click on new email, and now you can see that my signature is there. For whatever reason, it just needed to start fresh. And that's good to know. That's good to know that you should be able to see the signature if it's going to be there. So we'll type up another just sample email to send to myself. hit send. I can see the signature there. Should take a second. You can see down there that I could undo it. I have 10 seconds to undo it if I wanted to. And now it has been delivered. So if I go back to this one, I can see the email along with my signature. So it is there. And then because I added the link to it, you can see when I hover over the signature, there is a box that pops up that shows the link that it would go to. And then now if somebody wanted to access my portfolio, all they would have to do is click on my signature and they have access to all of that. Back in my inbox, if I go to my sent items, I can see the ones that had the signature and the one that did not. So you can go back and check the ones that you sent to see how they sent. That's as simple as that. Now every time I do any email, my signature is there.